On the world's longest road, the Pan-American Highway, the journey begins in the icy Alaska and ends at the tip of South America. Every mile is a story, every turn a challenge. Subscribe to the channel to join us in exploring the great and surprising journeys ahead. This is the starting point of the Pan-American Prudhoe Bay. Where the Arctic Ocean touches the northern edge of the continent. Cold wind, icy water, a jump into the North Sea to open the way to Ushuaia. How bold! In the distance, the Trans-Alaska Pipeline snakes like a silver snake through the white snow. Beneath the ground is oil, the remnants of hundreds of millions of years of geology. Above ground was ice, wind, and herds of caribou moving through the silent tundra. In this harsh place, He felt both the beauty and the cold of nature. The car started. Dalton Highway. The road that people call Alaska's nightmare.
That was the last time, and there are so...
Started to swallow the wheel.
Good job. Go A-team.
Mud, rocks, fog. All blend into a picture of danger. Every turn was a thrill. A moment's distraction could cost a life. On a slippery slope, the wheel slid down the curb. His heart stopped, but then a truck stopped. The driver got out, tied the cable, and pulled him out of the mud without saying much. In the coldest land, people are surprisingly warm. When crossing the Atagun Pass,
highest point on the road is an oil field, and you can only get there with a... So...
the wind was howling, the snow was flying blindly. The road was narrow, the mountainside was steep. On the other side of the pass are the first rows of pine trees. A sign of life after days of white ice.
foot. And then we're back here, and this, the white building, is the inn. Very small, but it's clean and has running water.
Gold mining stop. Was a railroad transit station connecting the frigid north with the rest of America. Old wooden houses, fuel stations, cafes, and the sound of trains in the distance all still keep the quiet rhythm of life? In the middle of the winter that lasts half a year. From here, the road continues across Canada, skirting the Mexican jungle. And then towards the majestic Andes of South America. It is the journey of limits. Every mile, every turn proves human endurance and will. $1 Million Highway connects the towns of Ouray and Silverton in Colorado. More than 40 kilometers long, it follows the slopes of the San Juan Mountains. Winding around steep cliffs and deep ravines. One side is rock, the other is open air. No railings, no fences. Just you, the car, and the thin line between life and death. Every turn here is a test. There are sections where the road surface is just wide enough for two wheels to pass. At times, thick fog obscured the path. Check weather and road conditions before traveling, especially in winter or transitional seasons.
Yep, 10,000 feet. Headed up 550. Ooh. Various rails on these roads. Oh, there's one.
The driver had to strain his eyes, grip the steering wheel tightly, and his heart beat with every meter of road. And then, when passing the dangerous curve, the scene opened up the San Juan Mountains glowing in the sun, their peaks covered in snow. Box Canyon Falls tumbles to the bottom of the gorge. In the distance is Red Mountain Pass at 3,300 meters. Turned into a cold but brilliant strip of ice. Between the mountains and sky. The name Million Dollar Highway is said to have come from a joke. The cost and the scenery are both worth $1 million. And anyone who has passed through agrees, yes, it's $1 million. Leaving the $1 million pass, the lens turns to the railway, where the tragedy of steel and speed can explode in a split second. What do you think is more dangerous? The slope of death or the fateful railway? Leave your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to discover the next part. The driver initially wanted to record the moment the train passed in front of him. However, the recording turned into a step-by-step video recording showing every single moment of the train accident. Whether in Indonesia or abroad, drivers have one thing in common when crossing railway crossings. Only when the situation is no longer favorable, the damaged driver stops. The two men never imagined what was about to happen to them. Their lively conversation aroused the curiosity of a train, which eventually came closer to join in the conversation. Somehow, the following audio clip suggests something very strange is going on. A train is running on two different tracks. Some of the cars are on the right track while others are on the left track. Furthermore, the middle track is obstructed by the skewed train body. This is the most anticipated moment at a traditional market in Thailand, located on an active railway line. Thanks to this unique feature, this traditional market has become a tourist attraction in Thailand. This was the very definition of a close call. It looked as if the truck and the train were about to collide. Initially, the recorder wanted to use the camera to record the moment the train passed by. However, who would have thought that the recorder would catch an unexpected moment happening to the train? The verdigris train derailed. The train tilted as if it was about to swallow everything in an instant. Oh my God! Before the barrier gate could close, the train rumbled forward, crushing the 18-wheeled tractor in the blink of an eye. You know, Isel, this must be the most chaotic press conference ever. If you agree, then leave a comment. What do you want? Maybe he was flirting with death. Soon, that's how they create coral reefs, where marine life can build new homes. The cars are stripped of their lights and cleaned before being dumped into the ocean ahead. Do you think he forgot something, or did he just drive like that for no reason? Let me know what you think. They probably think the train will stop and wait for them, so be a smart and safe driver. Honestly, people don't seem to really care about their safety. They rush across the tracks just to save a few seconds. It's really not worth it. Please look carefully before crossing the street. Just a second of distraction can cost your life. What a strange sight it was as the train passed. It looked as if it was only centimeters away. Have you ever seen a boat like this? If you drop one in the comments, flooded tracks are not a reason to stop the train, as modern trains are built to be waterproof and not affected by water.